A.
Have at it whenever you're ready, boss.
I'm waiting.
Okay.
Been waiting for you. What's going on? Anything, Professor Nick? Anything?
No announcements. Just looking forward to Word's quiz here.
All right.
And the holiday that starts in 3 hours.
It's already put people in a good mood. I know. But I think having Upala and Words text in the same evening will cancel that.
Oh, that's a treat.
Yeah. Okay, Dr. Word, you're up.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, homework.
Ooh.
Made it as easy as possible. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, the silence is
Well, the
definitely.
Buddha always teaches to the student's level, right?
Yes, clearly I'm not a Buddha in this case. What are the 3 checks currently under discussion in our text?
Yeah. That's too easy. You got to pay us if we. Wait, also said listener, self-made Buddhas,
and bodhisattvas.
and bodhisattvas.
Also, do you capitalize the B in self-made Buddha or not?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Geshe-la.
Because they are not real Buddhas.
Yeah,
They are arhats, not Buddhas.
yeah.
Fine. Okay. That's correct. Okay. Why are bodhisattvas 6 doors of sense central to Jason Kappa's current argument?
Finally, you asked an interesting question.
Because they carry the Buddha nature from life to life.
Wow, who said that?
Me.
Oscar.
Who's me?
Oscar is me.
Oscar.
Yes.
He owes you money, probably. That's the kind of answer you should pay.
It sounds right, but did we have a definitive answer actually?
He gave a great answer.
No, Oscar's answer is wonderful. I'm just saying, did we come up with a definitive answer?
No, it just said they have special features, right?
Yeah, exactly. I just put, we actually don't know. Probably because they're imbued with the wish and therefore are distinct from other doors of sense, and perhaps something to do with rebirths and sense awareness.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. You're right. Word, you add bodhisattva, that's different, right?
Yeah, but I
Hey,
love Oscar's answer.
Excuse me, Geshe-la, can you plug in your microphone?
It's plugged in, but it's not turned on. Do I have to do both?
That's advisable.
How's that? Is that better?
Oh, so
Yes.
much better. Thank you.
I-
Sorry, Word.
It's not giving money for homework, so I didn't turn on my mic yet.
What text does Jason Kappa reference as scriptural authority at this point?
Yeah.
You know,
Bodhisattva levels?
you know how much we covered, Geshe? It was like a paragraph and a half.
All right, all
What do
right.
you want from me?
Mahayana Tantra Shastra.
He doesn't reference that. We reference that.
Oh, we reference that.
Yeah,
Bodhisattva levels.
yeah, that's true. Tibetan words that you love. Okay,
Oh, that's a great one. Now I think it's a good homework.
okay. What's that mean? Anyone?
Chintopa, it's an abbreviation, right?
Yeah, it is. What's it mean? And what's an abbreviation for?
I think it's abbreviation for Derang Shingi Toparik.
Wow.
What does it mean, Oscar?
Achieved like that.
Yeah.
Achieve like that. What station?
Not like that.
That's what it literally means. But I mean,
It's like the Buddha nature that you don't have to do anything to achieve.
Yeah.
basically, I just put achieving suchness, but it it refers to Rangshin Natick, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Tartuk Texum.
Isn't that a kind of tukpa?
What, noodles?
In the end, all paths are one or lead to the same place.
Ultimate 3 noodle soup.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ultimately what? Nicholas?
I said in the end, all paths are one or all paths lead to the same place.
Oh, one. This isn't a one.
Assume this is in the
Oh,
end. They
All
are
right,
three.
all paths are three. Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
are
all
three
paths
paths.
are three. That's what I said the first time.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear. Sorry. Making bad jokes. Good job. Okay. Pak.
measure.
Yeah. Measure
Deduce.
or deduce.
Fathom.
Figure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Figure.
Yeah.
Reckon.
Reckon, yeah.
Oh, I like
How are
reckon.
all paths three?
We
That's
don't
what-
know yet.
Hmm.
Or is it the three paths or one? Or is, I don't know.
No, they're ultimately three.
The 3
They
tracks.
say that.
So,
Higher schools don't.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Right. All paths are one is arguing against this position. So
Oh, got
you're
it.
familiar with the other position, but this is what that position's arguing against. So he's being ultra cute by giving this one.
Ultra cute.
It was in our paragraph and a half. So I
Yeah,
didn't-
totally. It's good. It's good. It's great.
Just
careful.
right, I'm going to give you a paragraph and a quarter today.
It's gonna be a worse homework. Okay. I did do a thingy. Oh yeah,
I'm not going to say that.
don't. For Oscar's edification, I did put the full abbreviation thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Anyone else who cares?
Okay.
That was the thing being abbreviated by Daishin Topa. Okay, here's what I attempted to.
Okay, let me cook this because this is a really hard sentence. Do you want to make it bigger for people?
Sure. That would be helpful.
End of your, just, yeah, bigger. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And the thing on the right part of the country, I'm making Namshi, S medicine. I'm making 7 day. Nice. The first part's nice. And then I would catch the instrumental S on the Nyambo Yimbe.
By that counter agent?
No. And are therefore not.
This S?
Yeah, exactly. It's the second.
I see. After consciousness and are therefore not the.
And I say in the right part of custom seats for the other, which I counter. Counter agent is one word, you guys. Is that correct?
I don't know.
Is that the person at the airport who takes your ticket?
Yes. No, it's between consciousness and are not. You see?
Oh.
And are therefore not.
And are. Okay. Oops.
Yeah, good. Okay. That's all. It's pretty important, I think. If all 3 components, listening and meditating, are performed many times, Akunshi, Tosan Gonsunki Namaba, perfect. This Namjang modifies the subbings.
Oh, pure seed?
Yeah. No, the seeds for enlightenment, right? Okay. Namjang.
Complete Bodhi?
Namjang Choki Chunam. Yeah, you can say that. And you got to catch the Sundapa.
Yeah, I was just looking at. So Sundap means that's not dedication, is it?
The big famous occurrence is where, Sugang?
At death in the Wheel of Life?
Yeah, where in the Wheel of Life? What link?
8 and 9. 8 and 9.
Yeah,
No.
8 and 9 Sundepa number 10.
Is that the karmic lottery thing?
8 and 9 Sundepa number 2 into number 10. How's that?
Yeah, it ripens it.
I don't know how you want to say that. Sundepa. What?
Loads, grows.
Arms them really like a bomb.
Arms. Okay.
Arm. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are fresh seeds sit in the consciousness. Then you think about them the wrong way, and that arms them, and then they blow up in number 10, which is
Oh yeah, this is John Travolta on a nuclear bomb, right?
exactly. Yeah, straddling a nuclear bomb.
Not bad movie.
I can't forget this picture of him doing that. I mean, I would have at least sat by the side of the bomb.
Not as dramatic as sure.
But,
I
yeah,
haven't seen the movie and I have a clear picture of it in my mind.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it either. I don't want to.
many times they arm. I would say they arm, or they arm the seeds.
To proliferate, to
Arm the seeds and increase them. Yeah. Okay. Well, two things happen when to some gom. Okay. It's like water on the seeds, right?
Mhm.
And two things happen. Namjangi saban pel,
Yeah.
and kunyongi saban dim. You got to make that. What do you call that? Counter distinction clear.
Like juxtapose.
Yeah, two things happen when you come to class, come to mixed nuts class. Two things happen. Number one, you pel your namjangi sabans and you drip your nyomongi sabans. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. By kune nyomong now. Okay. I'm going to give a suggestion on namjangi and kunyong. Namjang is an abbreviation for Namjan Choki Che. And kunyen is an abbreviation for Kune Nyomombe Choki Che. And it means the enlightened side of the enlightened side of things and the negative side of things, or something like that. Okay.
Right. The afflicted side of things.
Yeah, you can say that, but I don't like the word afflicted. It doesn't pass the Brader test.
Does it afflict you?
Yeah, I'm really afflicted that you spent, tacos. He'd probably say, I'll buy you a beer if you're afflicted. Okay, good. Now, you guys got to get this picture here. There's bad seeds and there's good seeds. And then if you come to class, your good seeds start to flower. And if you don't come to class, seriously, your bad seeds start to flower. Okay, that's the point. Now, something cool is going to happen with the good seeds and something cool is going to happen with the bad seeds. Okay, something you don't expect. Okay, something cool is going to happen. Here it says, the good seeds flourish and the bad seeds decline. Okay. When you do the study, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Why are we talking about that? Because Vangshin Nerik.
Vangshin Nerik is unchanging but needs to be developed by Tu Saman Gom.
So why are you talking about improving the seeds and making the seeds decline? What are you talking about? It's all unchanging. Your Buddha nature is unchanging. Why are you talking about seeds in the first place?
But that Buddha nature is only for one of the bodies. The other body needs to be developed.
Wow. I think you're getting used to talking to three people over there.
Yes. One of them can't talk back. So,
Yeah. At least on Zoom, you can cut the speaker, right? Okay. Okay.
Cool.
This is great. It's okay. But I want the next paragraph. That's the punchline.
Oh, I did it last term or after last term. We'll see how.
Oh, okay. Okay. Nice job, Ward.
All right. Thanks.
Very good. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Where is this mind only? Okay. Let me do this thing. Come on. Come on. Hang on. Sorry. This old folks, this stuff changes every week. Okay.
Stanley, what's in the chat? Is that the negative side of things and the enlightened side of things?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Nyawan Chokichun.
Hey, I could tell.
All right, we were reading this this excerpt from Yogacara Bhumi, right?
We were halfway through it or something.
Yeah, and I'll summarize. It said, well, what is nature? What do you mean by enlightened nature? And we say, well, to put it briefly, there's two different kinds. There's the one that you have by nature, and there's the other one that you have to work for. Yan Dakpa Du. You have to work hard to develop it. There's one that you have by nature, and there's the other that you have to work hard to develop. Two Buddha natures, okay? The one that you comes by nature, Chanju Sabanavikechi Tuki Kepar. And here's the kind of the answer to the question, the great question you posed, where I don't know if probably by accident, but he's saying that the Buddha nature, which is inherent to you, kind of more relates to the 6 awarenesses of a bodhisattva from lifetime to lifetime. Okay? We said, why are they talking about, why did they bring up the 6 organs of perception in this book at this point? Because that's something you carry from life to life. In fact, it is you carried from life to life. Your six consciousnesses, or your 6 awareness, that is what's carried from life to life. And what he says here is, when we talk about the inborn Buddha nature that all beings have, it kind of emphasizes more the Buddha nature that bodhisattvas carry from life to life. What's he going to say after that? What's the opposite of that word? Then maybe the Buddha nature that you have to develop is more carried by.
I mean, more by bodhisattvas, or?
No, by the other 2 tracks.
Right. Wouldn't you say less by the other tracks, not more?
Okay, I mean, there's
that you have to develop. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I see.
There's gonna be a new twist here. There's gonna be a new point made, I believe, and he's gonna say, what is about you that goes on from life to life? And you say, well, it's my 6 kinds of awareness: eye, ear, nose, blood, mind. Okay, and do you carry your Buddha nature with you? Yeah, necessarily you carry your Buddha nature with you. Is that the Buddha nature which is inherent to all beings and never changes? Or is that the Buddha nature that you have to work on to develop with going to class? And I believe he's going to say the Buddha nature that's inherent to all people, that's related to the awarenesses that you carry from lifetime to lifetime. If those awarenesses are in the head of a bodhisattva, then it's the unchanging Buddha nature is more prominent. And if it's in the head of someone who's not a bodhisattva, we're talking more about the Buddha nature, which is the bubble bowl. I think that's where he's going. Okay. Say again.
Arya Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva is referred to actual Arya.
He didn't say that. He didn't specify that.
He's mostly talking about the 3 tracks, right? So he's.
Yeah, if he wanted to say an Arya Bodhisattva, he might have said Chanju Samba Samba Chambo.
Yeah.
Mahasattva Bodhisattva. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that would be Rigmi. Okay. All right.
Didn't we do this already again?
Yeah, we did. I'm just reviewing. Okay.
Oh, I see. No problem.
Okay, let's pick up here. This is where it gets weird. Okay, read, and by tradition, the surfer's gonna check here. Nick, I gotta teach you something. This is the waves are good. And you go like this. Don't do this. If you do this, they know you're from Arizona. You gotta do this.
The waves are not good today, so I was saying what's up to you guys.
You go like this.
Hi.
Okay, go. What do you say? The waves are really sick today. Which means they're good. They're sick today. All right, shut up. Let's finish it.
All right.
Is that like afflicted?
Hey, Bucky.
Te teacher shena. Dorna nampar takpa nidi nite nyunmpa drippa nampar takpa tang she je drippa nampar par takpa yino.
Yeah, and okay, so I want you to think of it this way. Each of the two rigs relates to its own number dakpa in a way. Okay? When you develop the rig completely, you can say it has number takpa. How's that? You have distilled your rig or something like that. Okay? You have what do you do to metals?
Fine.
Forge.
Refine them. Yeah, refine them. So chicha and dorna, to put it briefly, there are two kinds of refining.
Yeah, purifying.
Yeah. What are they? Well, you can refine or you can purify. You can purify yourself up. By the way, I really object to when they say purify your obstacles. You don't purify negativities. You purify yourself of negativities. You see what I mean? Otherwise, pure negativities going on. And every translator says it that way in the world, and it's very irritating. Okay. Anyway, okay. What's that? The purifying yourself of what?
Purify yourself of obstacles.
Good.
For mental afflictions.
Yeah, or that relate to mental affliction. You have to be careful. When it says ba, you cannot say mental affliction. You got to say relating to mental affliction. Okay. And then it says sheje dipa.
Purify yourself of obstacles to omniscience. Or
yeah. And I'm gonna ask you a question that will help you through this section. If you happen to do the first kind of purification, if you purify yourself of your negative emotion obstacles, what do you reach?
Nirvana.
Good. A lower nirvana, which in the 3 tracks relates to
Lower 2 Buddhas.
lower tracks. It's all tying together. It's all tying together. Okay. If you get rid of your shije dripa,
You have reached a higher nirvana.
yeah, you've reached complete enlightenment on which track?
Bodhisattva.
Third track. Okay. Please read this last little piece here. Tela.
Tela nentu tang rang sang ye nyam ki rite ni nyumong pe drip nampar tak pe nampar tak.
Yeah, I shouldn't have cut it there, but he's gonna say when you talk about the Buddha nature of the 2 lower tracks, that's the one that you purify yourself of your mental affliction obstacles. And then he's gonna say when you talk about the Buddha nature of the 3rd track, the Bodhisattva track, obviously you're trying harder to purify yourself of obstacles to enlightenment. Okay, so it's going to tie together like that. Now we're ready to go back to, well, I mean, I don't want to spend time on it, but Dedak Deshin Topadang. Okay, Changsa Tar Keche Turki Kepala Shipichiro. The last sentence that we had read just points out the importance of the 6 kinds of awareness from life to life. Okay, that the 6 kinds of awareness are important in a discussion of Buddha nature because Buddha nature is carried from life to life. And the only thing about you, which is carried from life to life, to have the Buddha nature is your 6 awarenesses. Okay, got it?
Because kunshis aren't carried from life to life.
Yes, it is.
So awarenesses aren't the only thing.
It's coming up here. It's an awareness. Okay, Detar,
There's
please, Mr.
there's
Kramer,
a-
Dr. Kramer is up.
Okay, thank you. Detar namingi namshi lan nepe sakme pi sabante kunshi nempo yinpe kunshi mayin patang. This is what I just translated, Geshe, my
Yeah.
home.
Oh, okay. So let me Detar naminki namshe la nebe. When we talk about this consciousness which has ripened from life to life, okay, the unstained seeds in that consciousness, okay, they are actually the antidote to kunshi.
Mhm.
Okay, what's the nature of an antidote? What does it mean in Buddhism? If you have the antidote in your mind, then the pancha, what
Thing-
the
the
antidote,
other thing can appear.
yeah, they can't. It's like what they say, owls and crows.
Yeah.
You can't sit on the same branch at the same time. If you develop unstained seeds in your mind, kunshi has to move out.
Right.
And there's all kind of problems with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you saying there's some kind of super pure seeds that are going to actually destroy kunshi? And where do they stay? Okay. All right. That's where we're going. Okay. Sagmeki Saving kunshi nyambu yimbe. Because they are the antidote that destroys kunshi, they are not themselves kunshi. Yeah. And if you meditate, if you come to mixed nuts class a lot, you will be able to increase your good seeds and decrease your bad seeds. But then somebody better ask,
Where are they gonna stay?
well, if you increase all your good seeds and it destroys your refrigerator, well, where the hell are the seeds going to stay? All right. And does that mean kunchi is always so negative that you destroy it as you go? What do you think, Warren? Do you think kunchi is doomed in the mind of a Dharma practitioner? Seriously.
Well,
Seriously.
no, well,
Is
this
that
is
the mind only school?
no, it's a weird discussion. I mean, in the Golden Key, we talk about it. Like, what do you get rid of? Remember, like,
Yeah. By the way, I was checking that today because your famous book, The Golden Key, has a famous discussion of that. Yeah.
yeah,
What did they decide in that discussion?
that when you cut the stream, gunchepa. Wait, you don't cut the stream of your whole mind. You just cut out the negative parts of Nyongmo that relate to kunshi. You don't cut out the kunshi altogether.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm going to jump on something.
Okay.
That would be like sending a SWAT team into your mind and instructing them, just shoot the negative stuff. Don't shoot the positive stuff. Okay. Go through my mind, walk through my mind. If you see any if you see any negativities, blast them. If you see any good parts, please leave them alone. It would be like a goose. What word? It's coming up in your text.
Nyang, a goose. Something, a goose, milk and water, separated.
Yeah, exactly. That's coming up in your reading tonight. If I don't talk too much.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, and it's a SWAT team. You're sending a SWAT team into your mind. Please don't destroy my basic intelligence. Just get rid of my kunshi. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that's where we are. Nangbe. And you know how much trouble it was to find out that dung, which is one of the most common words in the Tibetan language, was wrong. And
But dangpa isn't very common though.
it was ngang. And it cost me like 3 more hairs from my head. I was like, dung. Ngang, yeah, ngangba means a goose, right? Yeah, or a duck. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, please read. And Dr. Kramer, you're still not off the hook.
Okay.
Nangpe oma tang chu tade tu mimikpa oma rilgi langne chu selwar ngyorwa tangra par sabın kyang kunshi tang tade tumi mikbar juk kyang kun yongki sabın drip nam changi chok nam gene ne cure te kusum yun tun cure.
Nice. Okay. So the ngangba is the subject of the sentence because he has an instrumental on him. Those ngangbas, those gooses, they come up and they come up to a glass full of oma and chu.
Water, I mean, yeah, a glass of milk and water.
Yeah. And the milk and the water, this is tricky. Tade tu mimikpa.
Are not separate objects.
They
Cannot,
don't appear to be.
no one could tell them apart. Tade tu mimikpa here means
Oh yeah.
no
You
one.
can't see the difference.
Yeah, you cannot see the difference. Nice. What's the famous mimikpa in the mantras?
Like Bing Mitsewe.
Yeah. And what's a real boo in Tibetan medicine?
A pill.
Yeah, a pill. And then real key means real key is an adverb that means
Fertile?
in its entirety. Real key
Oh,
in its entirety.
okay.
So the oma, real key, len, lung.
The oma is completely encompassing or something.
Goose will lemba the oma.
Oh, the goose will only take the milk
Yeah, he'll suck out every drop of the milk and choose cell.
and leave clear water.
This cell means he'll leave it. Okay,
Oh, really?
he'll leave the water. Okay. Okay, he'll suck out the milk, every drop of the milk. I would say every drop or something, and then he'll just leave the water. Okay.
Mhm.
Unidang dawa.
In that fashion,
Yeah, just like that. Sabens kyang.
only seeds.
Seeds, no, seeds also do the same thing.
Oh, not kyang with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Seeds also.
Yeah, you cannot tade du mikpa the saban from the kunshi, in the same way that you cannot tade du mikpa the milk from the water.
You cannot. It is not discernibly separate.
Yeah, you could not discern any separation between what and what.
Potentials and foundation consciousness.
Yeah, the seeds and the consciousness in which they lie. Okay, it's just they're mixed together like milk and water. You cannot see any distinction. But
But
those bad guy seeds, kune nyomonki saban,
those seeds for the afflicted part of life
are jipad by wisdom or by sight. I'm sorry, they are jipa by going to mixed nuts class to samgong. The bad seeds are jipad.
there. Wait. Okay.
Blocked.
I know.
Yeah, and you have to be careful here because it's not that the bad seeds are blocking you. It's
Sorry,
that
words.
kicking their ass. Okay, you're blocking the bad seeds. Okay.
I get the blocks. I was just pausing because is there a referent that's saying it's the two samgong because it doesn't say it in this.
Oh, it's just mentioned 38 times before we got here.
Fine.
Kidding. Okay, so the Kune and Yomogi Savans get gypped. And what happened to the Namjan Choki? Savans understood. Okay, understood Savan here.
Yeah.
Understood Savan here.
Well, choke basically means sabin in this case, right? Like.
Well, the good side. It means
Right. Good stuff. Yep.
good side seeds are gepa as a verb.
They are developed to spread. They're spread about, proliferated.
Yeah, and ne cure is a very exotic idiom. Okay, it's read as a single word, negur. You don't say ne cure, negur. Negur means it's a synonym for transform. It doesn't have to do with staying or anything like that. Nature to transform. It's an idiom, okay? And you got to know it or you can't understand this sentence, nagyur.
Totally.
So there's a nagyur going on. Two things are happening. Two things are nagyuring. What's happening, Word? The presence of going to class.
The presence of going to class is proliferating the good side of life. And
Yes.
that, in effect, is blocking the baddie side of life.
And somehow it's like a goose coming into your kunshi and drinking all the tasty seeds and leaving all the crappy seeds. You see what I mean? Isn't that cool? You got the image?
It's very Tibetan.
He goes in and sucks the good seeds and he leaves the bad seeds. Somehow going to mixed nuts class sucks all the good seeds out of your brain in a good way. And then I don't know.
Son, it's like a goose.
And it destroys all the bad seeds in there. It's really weird.
Totally.
Somehow the act of going to class can distinguish between the two.
Okay.
Like duck or goose, okay? When in time, when you dripa your bad sabans and you gepa your good sabans, you will kusum lundagyur.
You will achieve the three Buddha
Yeah,
bodies.
you will achieve the three bodies. Is it significant that he mentioned three bodies here?
Yeah.
Why? Why didn't he say, by the way, there's 2 bodies, 3 bodies, and 4 bodies, right? There's 3 presentations.
Isn't there 5 bodies too, Geshe-la?
I know. That's what happens when you kill half the mixed nuts. Okay, Kusum Lundagyur.
Kusum, the 3 bodies in this case.
Why do you think he mentioned the 3 bodies?
I don't know. I mean, we're in the middle of discussion about how can the Buddha nature be developed because it's unchanging, and how can something that is developed affect, how can it go along to affect something that's changing, and how each of them are the basis, each of those natures are the basis for a specific body. And then our opponent said, well, there's 3 bodies, so
Yeah, good. Now you're finally getting to the point. He said, well, there's 3 bodies, so there must be.
So there must be three types of natures.
Yeah, and we gave him this long answer, and we said, and if you understand my answer, you'll be able to achieve your 3 bodies. Those 3 bodies that you were so worried about. Okay. In this paragraph, he proves that 2 Buddha natures create the 3 bodies. Okay, he's poking fun at the guy. Got it? All right.
All we need is a goose.
Yeah. All right. Techen Dubar.
Okay. Oh yeah, Geshe-la, I translated this section, to the best of my ability. I didn't know how to number it though, because it's such a long quote, and
I would number each paragraph separately. So I'd put 382 on the first one. And
okay, I kind of did that, but I can go back and change any mistake.
you gotta keep in mind, okay, by the way, the Bible used to have no numbers. And
New Englander added them.
a preacher in early United States time, horse preacher, he went from horse from house to house. He put numbers in the Bible, and they're so useful. When I drive home, I always listen to the preachers it's really fun. Matthew 3:48 says, and so my idea is the more numbers you put in your text, the easier it's going to be later for people to reference it. Okay, so I'm of the point of view of, if it's a long quotation, which this is, if it's a 2-page quotation, a citation from another scripture, I would overnumber it because it's to help your students in the future. You can say, God, that was covered in 382, you stupids, and they gotta go look at it. Okay, anyway, that's my opinion. Okay, now this is a huge quotation here. Look how far it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 paragraphs, quotation, quoted directly. Okay, by whom?
Master Sangha.
Yes.
From Kappa, right?
Well, Tsongkhapa is quoting Master Sangha. Yeah. Okay, please start, Word. Oh, I think Venerable Upa wanted to check you. She wrote me a special. I'm kidding.
Okay. Theta Mayina Jikten Lendepe Nampar Changwa Saben Tamchepa Nampar Minpe Nampar Shipa Me na Mirungte Tela Tupe Pak Chaki Ni Te Saben Young Sunzin Par Mirikpe Chiro.
Lovely.
Mena Mirung is a sine qua non. What does that mean?
It's not.
So,
You couldn't do without it. You
Mm.
couldn't do without it. So something is that we can say an absolute necessity. Okay, you
Okay.
couldn't do without it. Something is a complete necessity. What? Some kind of jikten le depe number changwa.
Mhm. Some kind of
Yeah, go ahead.
pure, some kind of purity that is beyond the world.
Yeah, some kind of ultimate purification. Okay, which is beyond the world, transcends the world.
Mhm.
And Sar Che Tam Cheba number member, a place where all seeds can what?
Ripen.
Yeah, there must be some kind of number shaper. There must be some part of your mind which
Mhm.
can be ultimately transformed into enlightenment. And it must also be a part of your mind which can be affected by the ripening of karma, which means it's not functioning. It's not unchanging nature. It can be affected by seeds. Okay, there must be mena mirung. If you say I don't have a part of my mind like that, it has to be wrong.
Right.
Because you also asked me to come to mixed nuts class. Okay, if I'm hopeless and unchangeable, why should I come to mixed nuts class? Okay.
But the kind of unchangeable you are is a Buddha, so it's okay.
No, it's okay. Okay, and why would it be crazy not to have a part of your mind which can be affected by coming to class? And here's the punchline: De la tepe bakcha ki
By the seeds, by the potentials from listening to class.
the seeds of coming to class could never embrace the potentials of coming to class. The deep potentials created by coming to class could never embrace your seeds. They could never help the seeds in your mind grow. Okay, all right. Is that okay? If there wasn't a part of your mind which is changeable, then the influence of coming to class could never affect the seeds in your mind. Okay. All right. By the way, I marked here what I believe is a beginning of a kachik, and he did not mark it. And he does that a couple of times in this quotation. So just for try to sound wrong in the next paragraph. Sugen.
That won't be hard. Okay.
Try to do something wrong so Sugen can correct you.
Okay, so again, I will make one error. Kelte saben tamche pa nampar minpe nampar shipa ni kunne nyongmongpe gyu yena te nempo jikten lein de pe semki saben tu jitar rung jikten lein de pe sem ni madre
Mandre. Got him.
Good job. Dewe na de pakchak ni mebe nito pakchak te me na saban te kang len jungwa juki soshena.
Yeah, I'm gonna play with. I'm not sure it's right. That's when I'm not sure it's right. I put swan. Okay.
I'm listening. Hold on. I have to help my dog.
Okay.
Did you just to pet the dog?
No, it's trapped in someone's
Oh,
room.
that's what I heard.
There it is. Sorry.
Everyone's got to pet the dog sometimes.
Yeah. This is fun and all, but
We can continue though. I'm here.
I think he said if we could understand him better, he would stay. All right, Kelte Sabin. Number maybe Namshe. What did I put there? What did I add there?
G.
Maybe I believe he's referring to kunshi with different words.
Okay.
oh,
J means kun, and this shepa is the she.
Oh.
If the consciousness in which all of the sabans ripen, okay, does that sound like kunshi? Yeah. If
Definitely.
consciousness in which all our seeds ripen, okay, if that's a cause of being nyomomba, being messed up,
Plashik.
if the kunshi is responsible for all the bad thoughts you have all day, whoa.
What it isn't? What is he talking about?
Of course it is.
Well, it's responsible for everything, I guess.
Well, in this section, he's kind of saying that kunshi is a bad guy.
I know, but he's like, isn't he equivocating it with Nuni?
Oh, that's true. You got me. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. What's the antidote to that? De Nyembo, the antidote to that messed up state of mind is a Jitenle Debe Semgi Saban. Okay.
See, that is of a mind state beyond the world.
Yeah, some super good seed. Some super good seed. Okay. Jitarung. Okay. If the cause of all our problems is somehow kunshi, okay, is the state of mind in which all the seeds lie, then how can going to class and having enlightened thoughts because I went to class, how could it ever act as its antidote? Okay, and then we say, well, what's your problem? What's the problem? Because jitenle depe semni madepa.
Because seeds that are beyond a mind state for seeds that are beyond the world cannot be mixed.
Yeah, the mind state which is beyond the world cannot ever be admixed.
Sullied?
Yeah, with negativities. It's pure.
Yeah.
Madepa dewena de bachani mepanido. It shouldn't have any. By the way, madepa here means unchangeable. Okay. Unaffectable.
Untouchable. Yeah, unaffectable.
Unaffectable. So how can you talk about its seeds? Seeds are the ultimate changing thing. How can they stay in a mind which is unchanging? Okay. Madepa. Bakchak de mena saban de kane juma. If the pure seeds in your mind are not coming from mental imprints, let's say, okay? If the pure seeds in your mind are not coming from mental imprints from the kunshi, then you better tell us Kangle Chung.
From whenceforth do they come?
Yeah. If those seeds aren't staying in the kunshi, and there's some kind of antidote for the kunshi, and the thing that's not in the kunshi is unchanging, well, where are these seeds going to stay? Okay, all right. So I'm going to provisionally, which you have to do sometimes when you're a translator, let's say imprint for bakchak, and let's say seed for saban, okay? Because here's a place in scripture where they are distinguished from each other. You cannot use seed for both of them. Once you hit this, once you hit one sentence like this in a book, in the whole book, you have to use two different words. Okay, you call them seeds. Now you can't say anymore, the seeds stay in the kunshi. You got to say the imprints stay in the kunshi. Okay.
We've been calling them potential since Golden Key.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Potentials is okay.
Is that Vasana Sanskara as well or no?
They don't get into it, but
It's not the synonym.
no.
Oh.
Okay. All right, here we go.
It's like 3 minutes, Ken.
Oh,
You thank God. I've been stalling.
We did more than a paragraph and a quarter, though.
Yeah, I know. I broke my commitment. That's good. Next time I'll give you a quarter paragraph. Seiji, you're checking him. Please criticize him on my behalf.
Chuki Shintu Nampar Takpe Gyutun Pa. I think that's Pe. Yeah, Tupe Pakchaki Saban Le Ten Jong.
Yeah, Gyutun is a tough word, okay? Gyutun Gyudebo. When you talk about the different kinds of results in the Abhidharma second chapter at the end, which we already talked about actually. Gyutun means there's a similarity between the seed and its result. So Gyutun is a classification of results, which means the result resembles its cause. Okay. Now, here, the thing whose result resembles it is Chukiying.
The realm of is.
Yeah, emptiness, okay? Rangshin Nere. Okay. Now, in one sentence, somebody has referred to the unchangeable Buddha nature as being consistent with its result. It's to me, I'm like, what? What? And what triggers its result? Tepe Bakchak.
Seeds for listening. Going to mixed nuts class.
Yeah, going to mixed nuts class creates a change in an unchanging thing, which creates a result which is similar to the cause of the unchanging thing.
Which cannot be mixed.
Yeah, and whose opinion here?
Master
Only
Asanga.
Arya Sangha.
Is Sanga's answer to the question posed by the other guy. The other guy says, if your good seeds are going to kill your kunshi, then where do those seeds come from? And he says, oh, well, that's no problem. They pop out of emptiness in your Buddha nature. You know? Pop out, get it? Okay.
No more stalling again. We have another minute.
Okay, let's do this. The next one's easy. Come on, go ahead.
Tepe Pakchak Kanginpa Teyang Chi Kunshi Nampar Shepa Pe Ngo Ni Yinam Onte Mayin Kelte Kunshi Nampar Shepa Shepe Ngo Wo Ni Yina Ni Chitar Dei Nyen Poi Saben Turong Chite Tei Ngo Ni Mayina Ni Tena Tepe Pakchak Ki Saben Tei Ne
Yeah, so the whole thing is a kachik, okay? We better put kachik at the beginning, so we at least here and maybe earlier begins a kachik, okay? And he says, Tupe Baja Kanyabade, the imprint, I'm just going to use imprint for now. The imprint that is made in your mind by going to mixed nuts class, is that a part and parcel with kunshi? The seed that you get in your mind, the imprint that you get in your mind from coming to mixed nuts class, does that become part of the kunshi?
Yeah.
He says, and by the way, remember that kunshi refers to seeds which haven't ripened yet in the refrigerator.
Return.
and the skin of the refrigerator, which is the seeds in the refrigerator that are already ripened.
Written.
Yeah. Okay. Ni yinam. Unte mayan. If not, okay, if not, Celtic Kunshi membership in ni yina, if the seeds you get from going to mixed nuts class become part of the Kunshi, okay, then how can they be seeds which are the antidote for the Kunshi? Okay, and I'm gonna read before I forget, which is a good thing. Kunshi, okay, all right. How the hell can they be antidote for the Kunshi if they live in the Kunshi? Kunshi. Then when they ripen, they destroy the thing they're in. Well, I don't know. What's that?
But if everything lives in the kunshi and you're trying to destroy the kunshi, how can you destroy the kunshi? By living in the kunshi.
And then he says, if you say the seeds from going to mixed nuts class never were part of the kunshi, okay, then dena tepe bacha ki sabande ne jishi yimbata. Then how can there be any seeds which going to mixed nuts class creates if they don't have any place to stay? Let's put it that way. To put it somewhere, okay. That's the other guy talking. Not bad, right? That's a question that I would have asked also. He's somebody is putting forth the seeds you get from going to mixed nuts class as the goose, which sucks the good part out and leaves the bad stuff. And then we're like, well, where's the goose stay? All right? Yeah, if he sucks out his own house, I don't get it.
So kunshi's not a fridge, it's a barn.
Now we figured it out.
Had a feeling all along.
Okay, thanks.
You would have said that 2 years ago. We wouldn't have been confused on it.
Thanks, Ken.
I bet that now, Word, I'm just going to make a prediction. That comes from a book that you were reading to your girls at night, okay?
The goose that laid the golden kunshi.
Yeah, the goose that laid the golden propensity for Buddha nature.
Serki Bakchak.
All right, handsome. How much time we got, Nate? Probably
1 minute, but let's take 5.
Thank you.
Good.
Let's take 3.
We'll run your class over 2.
5.
And then we'll run over the next class.
Okay. Thank you, Geshna.
But I have one more thing to say. Hang on. Here we go.